What's the word, y'all? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I bring you gun content that everybody can relate to. If this is your first time here and you enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up and smash that sub button. And if you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Okay, so how many of y'all familiar with Derya firearms? Because I know I wasn't for probably maybe a year and a half or so ago, and I'm not sure how long they've been around, but if you're unfamiliar, Derya is a firearms company that started in Turkey, because I know they're like the biggest shotgun manufacturer in Turkey, and I think the second largest gun manufacturer overall over there. Don't quote me on that, you have to check it yourself. However, right now what we're talking about is a pistol that has come across my radar on 2-3 different occasions, man. Like 2 or 3 different people mentioned it to me from the live stream and then me seeing it in videos and everything. So it started to create some curiosity. And just to cut to the chase, we're talking about the Derya, the DY9 Island. Okay, let you guys get a little look at it here. And this thing is empty and safe for the YouTube police. So the Island one has an Island barrel, and we'll get into the features and all of that stuff for the firearm and show you, show some shooting and all of that in a minute here. But it's sort of a kind of a Glock clone. Some of the parts off of this gun will interchange with Glock. I don't know exactly which ones. I don't know all the details. So I haven't been able to dig that deep, right? But I was able to develop a relationship with Derya through some other channels, and finally got one of these over to the channel, man. I've been just wanting to check it out. And then people been asking me about it, so obviously I want to be able to tell you guys what my honest thoughts are about this firearm. So let's get into that. So we're discussing the DY9 Island, right? Prior to that, there's the DY9. The difference is the slides, essentially. I think it's like the same gun where the slide changed, and the Island is because it has an Island barrel. So let me kind of show you this so you guys can kind of get a look at it and see what I'm talking about here. I didn't know what an Island barrel was until more recently myself in the last couple years. I mean, I hear it all the time, but I wasn't quite sure. So I'm sure there's other people just like me. Basically, this is what the Island barrel is. So where you see the barrel come out here and the slide is cut in the middle where this part of the barrel just slides in there. I can't give you the technical side of what it is, but this is what it looks like. So when you start hearing Island barrel, this is it. And we're gonna get more into the features of this as we go. For me, it made me very interested because I heard some people talk about it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And then I heard some people talk about it like it might have been as bad as molded bread, right? So I didn't know which way to go. Like always, I like to get my hands on the item or the product or the firearm and test it out myself, which is exactly what I did. So basically, I went down to the Jacksonville, Florida area. I linked up with a brother, Mike, from Legit Life Firearms, and we hung out at the range, and we just ran a bunch of rounds through it, a bunch of different ammo, and I'll show you guys that. And then after that, we'll go into my rating system on how I actually rate this gun. It's been a few months since I sent a gun through my practical rating system. So, and we'll get more into how that works and see how this gun scored. I'll be back. All right, what's going on, y'all? So I decided to change it up a little bit today. A little windy out here. But I decided to come out to the Jacksonville area, man. I'm actually at the range that we're going to be having ARM 6. That's a regular meetup 6. Depends on when you're watching this video, but that goes on June 11th, 12th, 13th, 2026. So I decided to come out here and actually do a site check and do some shooting. And I brought the actual Derya DY9 Island gun, only fit because they do have a presence in the Jacksonville area. So I actually have the gun right here. So we're gonna get the first shots. I gotta get it sighted in. We're rocking an all new O-Sight XR, as well as the O-Light PLX. So this is my first time in my shooting history ever using a rest to sight a gun. I know y'all gonna be like, yeah, you ain't no shooter. I know. But I wanted to make sure I recorded the absolute first shots through the Derya, so if we have any hang-ups, I can report the hang-ups, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, record the first shot, then I'll get this thing sighted in, and we'll go from there. So I'm running some Winchester 115, no cleaning, it's fresh out the box. I did lube it a little bit. Outside of that, I wanna see how this thing performs. All right. See, first shot, trigger, I'm on the wall. Wow. It's almost on already. Let me take another shot while I'm resting. First time using a rest. That was me. That was low. Third shot. All right, let me get this sighted in. I'll be right back. This big fella you see in the background here, my homie Big Mike, Legit Life Firearms. Shout out to my man Eric, Undead Prophet. I appreciate these fellas for looking out for me. But I think we sighted in. I want to let y'all see where I'm shooting to. You look down range. It's like an 8-inch target down there. We're gonna find out. I think I got about 3-4 more rounds of this 115 grain. I'm at about 20 yards, I would say. I probably ran about 10 rounds through this so far. So far, so good. I guess any gun should be able to run 10 rounds. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we own and popping. So we're gonna run this joint. That's crazy. I wasn't even trying. I gotta turn my dot up. All right. First magazine, Derya, DY9 Island. It is what it is. I'm finna get Mike a magazine, let him run. Mike got it in his hand. He's gonna run some 124 grain hollows. So he just missed. There you go.
Hey, I like this.
Not bad, right? So far, so good. Right. How do you like the recoil impulse with it being an island barrel, the 4 ports? You feel like it's working?
Not bad.
To be
better than some. She's better than my 17, honestly.
Okay. All right. We're gonna run some more rounds through it, guys. I got some more 124 grain hollows. So Mike just ran the 124, ran it fine. We were just trying to hit the target. I'm gonna try to run it a little faster this time. I need to turn the dot up though. My bulbs are getting bad. Uh-oh. What am I doing? Take your time. That's all me missing, but it's running so far.
Hey, something I want to put out, I want to point out on this gun. What that say right there?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Duval. One on steel.
It's running.
She works. She runs.
It's running.
She's running.
I just put a Glock mag in here. I'm gonna run like 5 rounds. This is an OEM Glock mag with extended base plate on there. I was told to run Glock mags. Let's see. Come on. Yep. Locked open everything. So one thing I wanted to do was show you guys the trigger because I didn't do that out at the range. So let me show you the trigger on this thing for all my trigger snobs. I am not a trigger snob by no means, but I'll show it to you anyway. All right, here we go. Here's your take up. The wall, nice defined wall, right? Break. Reset. Little travel to the reset. Break. It's not a bad trigger to me, okay? I kind of know what the trigger snobs look for. It's not exactly that, but it's better than a stock Glock trigger based off of what a lot of people's criteria are. So let me rate this gun. I'm gonna tell you how the rating system works, and then I give you my final thoughts on this firearm. So the way my rating system works, there's 10 categories. And I like to call them practical categories because I don't believe in the fluff. I'm just trying to tell you the things that I think most people care about the most, right? The 10 categories are packaging, build quality, features, trigger, performance, availability, usage, aftermarket support, reliability, and bang for your buck. Each category can score from 1 to 10. 1 being 10 being as high as it can score in that particular category. The most you can score is 100 points, which would be the perfect firearm, which I don't know if that even exists. From 0 to 59 is not good at all. 60 to 69, it works. 70 to 79 is a solid firearm. 80 to 89 is above average firearm. 90 to 99 is awesome. Highly recommended. And obviously 100 is the perfect firearm. So let's get into how this gun scored. For packaging, I gave it a 9.5. This gun was packaged very well, man, with everything that they give you. You get like a ammo case plus a soft bag on the inside of it, 3 magazines, you know, your manual and all that stuff. But I thought that was a lot of extras and really good packaging on the gun. Build quality, 8.5. You know, one of my buddies was like, nah, he picked the gun up and decided not to buy it because he thought it felt extremely cheap. I thought the total opposite. I thought it felt like any other polymer gun, right? So I don't have an issue with it. So I say like to each his own, but the build quality on the gun is not bad. I mean, it's not like it's super premium, but I don't know what striker guns that I feel are that premium. This magwell feels like if I pushed it or squeezed it hard enough, I could break it. One of the things that knocked off some points there. Moving on. Features. I gave this a 9. One of the key features on this that I think a lot of us will appreciate is that it's R-Mark cut on the slide. Factory R-Mark cut, so you don't have to have no plate, no nothing. You have the cuts in the slide. Obviously, it's got an island barrel as one of the features. That's rare. It's got the 4 gas ports up top. That's awesome, man. You got your rail for your light, the grip texture on it. It looks good. Like overall, the gun looks good. Really good cocking serrations on it. I hate saying the word cocking. I gave features a 9. I scored the trigger a 7.5. Performance. For performance, I gave it an 8.5. And what is performance? Performance is how accurately was I able to shoot the gun? How well was I able to transition? How fast was I able to actually pull the trigger on this thing? And was I getting trigger freeze and stuff like that? That's kind of how I judge the performance. How well was I able to perform with the gun? So availability. I gave availability a 7. So the way that I score availability is I go and look for the gun as if I'm trying to buy it. I choose 3 random stores, gun stores in my area locally to see if they have it in stock. And then I check online to all the major retailers that I would shop at online to see who has it. And truthfully, I only found it in one place. What I've been hearing is it's been selling out everywhere people get it. Could that be true? I don't have any data to back that up. If that's true, that's awesome. So for availability, I gave it a 7. Usage, I gave this a 9. And I was close to giving it a 10. You can use this for just about anything. Can you conceal carry this? 1000%. Can this be a nice plinker at the range? Of course. Could this make a good bedside gun? 1,000,000%. If a Glock 19 can make a good bedside gun, so could this. Can it be a competition pistol? Absolutely. With the gas ports, the island barrel, aftermarket support, I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8 for aftermarket support. I probably could have scored that higher, but I'm not 100% sure what Glock parts fit or what's interchangeable, because if it was completely interchangeable with Glock, that number goes all the way up to 10. Reliability, it scored a 10. So the way that I score reliability is up until the point of this video. So the rounds that we ran through it, and I ran a bunch of different ammo through this. Everything from 115 grain up to 158 grain. Hollow points, FMJ, and some steel case stuff. And it ran everything, locked open every single time. Ran with OEM Glock mag, 100%, not one issue at all. Can't score something else if it didn't have any malfunctions or didn't screw up on me. So last but not least, bang for your buck, the value. I scored it a 7.5. In my personal opinion, it's slightly overpriced. 6 C notes is a little steep for this. It should be probably closer to 5 C notes, but some would argue, look at everything it comes with. Look at, it has the island barrel on there. It got the ports, like you getting a lot. It's R-Mark cut from the factory, so I can kind of see the argument. All in all, this firearm scored 84.5. I said 4. That was very proper of me. This firearm scored an 84.5, which makes this an above average firearm for sure. I was shocked. I was flat out shocked. That's why I try not to listen to too much of what other people say until I get my hands on it, right? I'll hear them, but I don't listen. I'll go and form my own opinion as I've done on this one. Do me a favor, stay solid. It's free. Defend what you love.